Cherry, are you there?
Hi, Jack. How are you doing?
Fine.
How was the preparation for your wedding coming on? I'm sure you were excited about tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be the best day of my life. I just can't wait for it to be here. So many dignitaries will be there. A lot of millionaires as well. I am psyched.
I'm happy for you.
You should be. After all, I'm doing what you and Ryan couldn't do.
What do you mean?
Come on, hanging out with the richest of the rich? You and Ryan could never have imagined that, could you?
You shouldn't talk about your brother that way, Jack. It's disrespectful.
Anyway, that's not the reason I'm in your DM. Hope you have the give money for tomorrow.
I've told you, we're the ones to decide. You don't get to tell us what to get for you.
Actually, I do. It's my wedding and I get to receive the kind of gifts I want.
Come on, I'm even doing you guys a favor by inviting you. Do you even know what it is to rub shoulders with the richest man in society?
Seriously, Jack?
Of course. I don't expect you to understand. How do you even cope being married to a poor mechanic who spends way too much time tinkering with spoiled cars? Does my brother return home with dirty hands and sneaky clothes?
Oh my God! Your brother is a certified engineer. How can you speak that way about him? Have you forgotten he was the one who put you through college?
Oh please, is that supposed to make me feel bad? I won't. Let's just face it, Cherry. There is nothing you and Ryan have to offer me at the wedding tomorrow. That is why I'm insisting on a cash gift from you. And it must be something substantial, or there will be trouble.
You're the worst, you know? I really wonder how my husband has been able to put up with you through all these years. Your constant arrogance and entitlement are unbearable.
Oh, spare me the melodrama, Cherry. Your opinion of me means absolutely nothing. It's clear that you're just upset because you can't control every aspect of our lives.
Control? Is that what you think this is about, Jack? It's not about control. It's about basic respect and consideration. You always prioritize your own desires over anyone else's, including your own brother's.
Look, I don't have time for your lectures. Just make sure you have the money for tomorrow, okay? We've been over this multiple times. It's not a difficult concept to grasp.
And what if we don't have the money, Jack? What then? Are you going to throw a tantrum like you always do? We're not your personal piggy bank, you know.
That's the lamest question I've ever heard in my entire life. We don't have a choice. This is a luxury wedding we're talking about, Cherry. It's not something we can just brush off casually. We've made commitments, and we need to honor them.
Honoring commitments goes both ways, Jack. It's not just about us bending over backward to fulfill your extravagant wedding fantasies. We have our own financial responsibilities and limitations.
Well, maybe if you and my broke brother manage your finances better, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'm tired of always bailing you two out. And let me remind you, the reason you and your husband are even invited to my luxury wedding is because of me.
Invited? It feels more like an obligation, Jack. We're constantly reminded of how lucky we should feel to be included in your lavish affair. Trust me, it's not something we're jumping with joy about.
If you have to leave early to get to the bank on time, please do it. I don't want any more excuses or delays. It's not my fault if you can't manage your time properly.
Managing time properly? That's rich coming from you, Mr. I'm always fashionably late. We'll do our best to meet the deadline, but we have our own lives to juggle too.
Just make sure you're there, Cherry. This is an important event for our family, and your absence would be noted.
Oh, don't worry, Jack. We'll be there. whether you appreciate it or not. But don't expect us to plaster fake smiles on our faces and pretend everything is perfect in your self-centered world.
Whatever. Just do your job to bring me money, and that's all. Cherry? Are you ignoring me? Is that what broke people do? You really need to talk to Cherry. What's gotten over her? She said you guys aren't bringing any gift? Are you guys that broke? You could have asked your younger brother for some money. Not like I would give it to you, though.
I'm sure you got on her nerves. She didn't mean that. We will come with the gift.
Don't forget, it should be $20,000. I could have asked for more, but I know you can't afford it.
We don't have that right now. I invested a lot in my business recently. We'll come with $5,000 and give you the rest later.
What? Borrow money if you have to? It's your younger brother's wedding. Make me happy.
We'll try.
Don't try. Make it happen. You know what? Don't bother coming to the wedding if you don't have the full money. You're gonna hate yourself if you do. I am out of your DM.
Jack, I understand that you want everything to be perfect for the wedding, but pressuring us like this isn't helping. We're doing our best to meet your expectations within our means. Threatening us with exclusion is unfair and hurtful.
You just don't get it, do you? This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. If you can't make it happen, it shows how little you care about your own family. I can't believe you'd let us down like this.
I assure you, Jack, our love and commitment to our family are not defined by financial constraints. We're willing to contribute what we can and make that day special. However, it's important to remember that money isn't the only measure of love and support.
Well, it certainly feels that way to me. You're going to regret this decision. I won't be a part of a wedding where my own brother can't even fulfill his responsibilities.
It saddens me to hear you say that, Jack. We've always stood by each other. And I hope you can understand the challenges we're facing right now. We'll continue to work towards a solution, but it's disheartening to see our relationship strained over this issue.
I don't want to hear excuses anymore. Either you come up with the money or don't bother showing up. It's that simple. I need to go now.
Honey, are you there? Honey, we need to talk.
Hey, babe. You seem worked up. What's the matter?
It's your brother. We chatted this morning and he kept demanding gifts. He just called me now screaming on the phone to come with his gift.
I'm so sorry about that. Can we talk more about it when I return from work?
I just want to let you know that I'm canceling the trip to your brother's wedding.
Why would you do that?
His rudeness and ingratitude is becoming unbearable. How do you even cope with him?
Come on. He's my baby brother. We have to be patient with him. You know we had a rough time growing up.
You also had it rough growing up, but you are nothing like him. You are responsible for who he is today, and he doesn't even show an iota of gratitude. I remember clearly how you had to work days and nights just to see him through college. He is the reason you dropped out of college and took up the job at the automobile shop. And yet, he doesn't appreciate you.
Come on, everything worked out pretty well in the end, right? Both for him and for me.
That's not the point. He just needs to be more respectful.
Let's just forgive him, honey. No need to boycott the wedding. It's his day. Let him enjoy it. He can do whatever he wants.
What you are doing is spoiling him. Don't you know that?
No, I don't think so. Please, just put yourself in his shoes. You'll understand his feelings right away. He's just too eager to prepare for the wedding.
You're too soft on him. This isn't the first time he has caused trouble. Remember when he borrowed money and never paid it back? It's frustrating to keep letting him off the hook.
I understand your frustration, Cherry, but he's my baby brother, and I can't help but feel responsible for him. I want to believe that he can change and learn from his mistakes.
I get it, Ryan. Family ties can be tough to navigate. But sometimes, tough love is necessary for growth. We can't keep enabling his behavior without any consequences.
I hear you, and I'll consider your perspective. Maybe it's time I have a serious conversation with him, expressing my concerns and setting some boundaries. I want him to understand that his actions have consequences. Anyway, I think we should not be too hard on him like that, because all in all, he's my brother, your brother-in-law, right?
Well, it's good you'll consider this option. Just think thoroughly about it, because it seems that he's trying to take advantage of you and me. If you just continue to satisfy his needs, he'll be nothing but a lazy and useless person.
Yes, okay, I'll think about it. Thanks for being patient with me, Cherry. Your support means the world to me. I know it's not easy dealing with family issues, but we'll get through this together.
You're welcome. I love you, Ryan.
Love you too. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, Cherry, are you online? Cherry, don't you work or something? Why are you still sleeping?
Do you know it's barely 5 in the morning?
You're a worker. You need to show up to work early so you don't lose your miserable job.
I'm not in the mood for all this right now. Besides, have you forgotten it's your wedding today?
Of course, how could I forget? That's also why I'm in your DM.
What is it?
Do you have the money ready?
Seriously? Are you for real? That is what really matters to you at this time?
How on earth is me asking that I get a gift at my wedding out of place?
You just keep on asking and asking. But then answer this. When last did you do something for your brother? All you do now is insult him and try to bring him down. Don't you ever get tired?
Is this your weak defense? Just say that you can't afford the gift. You don't have to be so rude about it. My brother made the biggest mistake by marrying you.
You know what? I'm done. Don't expect any gift from us, whether monetary or otherwise.
You wouldn't dare.
Believe me when I tell you this, Jack. You're not getting a dime. We've made our decision based on the way you've been behaving and the unreasonable demands you've been making.
And what does my brother have to say about this? Is he aware of your decision?
Of course he's aware, Jack. He's my husband, my partner, and we make financial decisions together. If I tell him not to give you any money, he won't. It's a joint decision.
So this is how you want to go about it? Trying to control my brother and manipulate the situation?
Jack, it's not about control or manipulation. It's about taking a stand against your behavior and the way you've treated us. We can't ignore or tolerate unreasonable demands.
Don't you dare give me that. Now I know just how poor and wretched you guys are. You're resorting to such tricks just so you don't have to get me a gift. It's clear you're trying to avoid your obligations.
Jack, that's not fair. This has nothing to do with gifts or our financial situation. It's about the way you've acted and the strain it has caused on our relationship. We can't simply ignore that.
Oh, I see. So now you're trying to play the victim and make excuses for yourselves. It's just another way for you to avoid your responsibilities.
Jack, you're being unreasonable about this. We're standing up for ourselves and setting boundaries. We're not avoiding responsibilities, but we also can't fulfill unreasonable demands.
You think you're so righteous, don't you? Acting all high and mighty while looking down on others? But the truth is, you're just greedy and selfish.
That's not true, Jack. We're not claiming to be perfect or better than anyone. We're simply trying to prioritize our well-being and establish healthy boundaries. We have our own responsibilities and limitations, just like anyone else.
Well, your responsibilities are to support your brother, especially on his wedding day. And instead of doing that, what kind of attitude are you trying to show me? That's not a thing a brother should do.
Jack, you're crossing the line. It's unfortunate that it has come to this point. We never wanted it to escalate like this. It's you who causes this mess. If you stopped being so ridiculous and put yourself in our shoes, then you'll understand. You're too selfish, you know?
So you're blaming everything on me? Ho ho ho, you'll not get away with it. I'm gonna tell my brother. He'll just listen to me and punish you. Got that?
Cut it out! I'm done with this conversation.
I'm not done. I need my gift, Cherry.
Honey, where are you? Please talk to me. Ryan, are you okay? Where are you?
I'm sorry, babe. I'm here.
Where are you? Do you know how worried I was?
I'm at a bar not too far from home. I just needed to clear out my head after the madness that happened today.
Oh, baby, I understand. I'm so sorry.
You don't need to apologize. You're not the one who kicked us out of the wedding. Jeez, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. You've been warning me about Jack, but I didn't listen to you. I felt so humiliated.
I didn't think he could ever kick us out just because we gave him $5,000.
The worst part is he did it in front of everyone. Many of the guests were my customers, and he just embarrassed me in front of all of them. How could he call me poor and dirty? It was such a disrespectful thing to say.
I can understand how hurtful and humiliating that must have been for you, Ryan. But remember, it's his behavior that reflects poorly on him, not on you.
I know, but it's still hard to shake off the feeling. It's like he deliberately wanted to belittle me and make me feel small. And to think that I've supported him and his business all this time. If it weren't for me, the business that causes him to raise his shoulders would never have even gotten off the ground.
Ryan, you've been nothing but supportive and kind to him. It's unfortunate that he chose to behave in such a disrespectful manner. But please remember, his actions are a reflection of his own character, not yours.
I understand that, but it still hurts. It felt like he almost spat on me, save for the presence of the guests. I never knew he held so much hatred towards me.
It's his loss, Ryan. You deserve better treatment from family and loved ones. Maybe it's time to reevaluate the relationship and consider distancing yourself from someone who treats you so poorly.
Maybe you're right. I've been putting up with his behavior for far too long. I don't think I want anything to do with him anymore. It's not healthy for me to continue subjecting myself to his toxicity.
Are you sure about this decision, Ryan? Cutting ties with family can be difficult.
As of this moment, I have no brother. Anyone who would do such a thing to me and think of me in such a derogatory manner can never be my brother. It's time for me to prioritize my well-being and surround myself with people who uplift and support me.
Okay, as you wish, my love. Can you come home now, please?
Okay then, let me just finish this drink.
No, please come back right now.
Okay, fine. I'll be there, Cherry.
Cherry? Are you there? Cherry, answer me this instant.
The audacity! What makes you think you have a right to message me after the humiliation you subjected us to yesterday?
Oh, please. For all I care, it was all part of your plan to ruin my day.
I don't know what you mean by that, but don't contact me ever again.
Not so fast. I need to speak to my brother.
What brother?
What do you mean? I need to speak to Ryan, of course.
Oh, my husband. You must be mistaken. My husband doesn't have a brother.
Are you nuts? Give the phone to my brother, girl.
After what you did yesterday, what were you expecting? But it wasn't just about yesterday, and you know. It's been a long time coming, and yesterday was just the last straw for him.
You guys are bullying this on me now. After ruining my wedding yesterday?
What are you talking about? You kicked us out. How did we ruin it?
Stop playing dumb. I know it was all part of your plan.
Plan? What are you talking about?
After you left yesterday, you just about took everyone with you.
What are you talking about? And please use the correct words. We didn't leave. You called us poor and wretched and then kicked us out. I can refresh your memory if you're having trouble remembering.
I know all that. Well, after you guys left, more than 70% of my guests walked out with you. They were the millionaires and the wealthiest in the society. How could they leave because I kicked out ordinary people like you and my brother?
Oh, I get it now.
It's not funny, stupid.
Of course it is. You got so busy putting your brother down and insulting him that you didn't take out time to really know things about him.
What? You want to tell me he's secretly a millionaire? Oh, please, he doesn't look like one.
Your brother may not be as wealthy as those men, but all of them are his friends. He's the best automobile engineer in the city. Everyone wants him to fix their cars, especially the millionaires, because he knows how to do his job. This relationship took years to build, and soon they stopped being not just his customers, but his friends too. So, do you see where you messed up, Jack? You embarrassed your brother in front of his friends yesterday, and you expected them to sit there and still watch you take your vows?
But how can he know such people? You're lying to me.
Come on. How do you think all those millionaires that patronize your business got to learn about you? It was your brother that sent them your way. The same brother you never appreciated.
My God. Why didn't you guys say anything?
Why? So you would pretend to be a nice guy? Nah. I'm glad you didn't know. And we got to see the real you. But Ryan's reason then was that he didn't want you to feel like you couldn't do anything without his help. Anyway, now that he's out of your life, you're screwed. Want to bet?
This is not fair. I don't believe you.
Your choice. I have other things to do than try to convince you. Bye.
See, I'm sorry, okay? Can you tell him that for me? I'm sorry. If he can forgive me, I'll be his baby brother again, and I will never humiliate him again. Cherry, please answer me. Cherry, can you answer your phone? Please, can you answer me? I'm drowning here. Cherry, answer me.
I'll have to block you so I don't get your messages again.
Please, I've been trying to reach my brother.
Your brother? I don't know any brother of yours.
I mean, your husband, Ryan.
Oh, he blocked you across all platforms. I was going to do the same the last time you messaged me, but I guess I forgot. I'll do that now.
Please, Cherry. You have to talk to Ryan for me. I really need his help.
Now, why would he want to help you?
My business is collapsing, Cherry. All his millionaire friends are pulling out. He needs to call them and tell them to stay.
Why would he do that? You made it pretty clear he made a mistake referring you to them.
Please, I was the one who made a mistake. If you don't do this, I'll lose everything. I just got married and I can't afford to lose my source of income now.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll be able to handle yourself. This is the bed you made, Jack. You'll have to lie in it.
So, you're both leaving me?
You kicked us out of your life, remember? I'm just making sure we stay that way. This would be the last time you send me a message. Goodbye, Jack.
Please, Cherry, don't go off yet. Can I at least speak to Ryan? Why are you making me beg? Oh my God, I hate you. Let me just speak to my brother, please. Cherry!
It was easy moving on from this harrowing ordeal, but my husband had it worse. It took him a long time to recover from what Jack did, but he managed to find peace regardless. When Ryan said he disowned Jack, he meant it with every fiber of his being. We are never letting him back into our lives. I'm glad he finally saw his brother for the arrogant and self-centered man that he is. It was not an overnight process to move on from this harrowing ordeal, but both my husband and I were determined to find healing and peace. While I managed to navigate through the pain and hurt caused by Jack's actions, my husband had a more difficult time recovering. The emotional wounds ran deep, and it took him considerable effort to rebuild his sense of self-worth and trust in others. However, despite the challenges, my husband managed to find solace and inner strength. He embarked on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth, seeking therapy and support from loved ones. Through introspection and reflection, he realized that he deserved better than the toxic relationship he had with Jack. When Ryan made the decision to disown Jack, it was not an impulsive or fleeting sentiment. It was a deliberate choice fueled by a deep-seated understanding that Jack's actions and behavior were detrimental to his well-being. It was a declaration made with every fiber of his being, a firm commitment to prioritize his own happiness and protect himself from further harm. In making this decision, we made a conscious choice to remove Jack from our lives completely. We recognized that allowing him back into our lives would only perpetuate the cycle of toxicity and negativity. It was a difficult but necessary step to ensure our own emotional well-being and create a healthier environment for ourselves. Looking back, I feel relieved and grateful that my husband was able to see through Jack's facade of arrogance and self-centeredness. It was a painful realization, but it opened our eyes to the true nature of their relationship. We learned that true family extends beyond bloodlines, and it is the genuine love, support, and respect that matter most. Moving forward, we are focused on building a strong and loving support system with those who uplift and cherish us. We have chosen to surround ourselves with people who value and appreciate us for who we are, rather than subjecting ourselves to toxic relationships. It is a journey of growth and self-preservation, and we are determined to create a future filled with positivity, love, and genuine connections.